What's happening, YouTube? It's JD Trades, and I'm back again with another pre-market open breakdown. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far, and I'm excited to start the trading week ahead. As always, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notice to get notified when I post a new video. All right, let's get straight into it. All right, cool. So far, so good. I mean, for those of you that are asking, we are in August, so in terms of majority of the price action is going to be quite lackluster. It's not really going to give us much of the moves that we're, you know, used to seeing. Okay, now a lot of things are at I wouldn't say a lot of gold is at all-time highs now, so we'll have to kind of take a step back and look at other things. All right, cool. Let's talk about it. So the dollar here, we can see that we had that final test into the range. So if you were there when I was live streaming last week, okay, I talked to you guys about this range here and exactly what price has done inside of this range, okay. So what we've done is we've actually just tested the range, okay, and we've started to drop off from the range. So in terms of next week, okay, I would like to see this continue to the downside and work inside this weekly imbalance here. Okay, so early on of the week, we can see some potential moves. Okay, now on the daily picture, it's just more of the same, really. Looking for 5th of August daily low, but the first target is going to be the 14th of August low before we target these two equal lows right here. Okay, so it does look like price, well, in terms of the dollar, anyways, it is rushing towards those lows. All right, let's just talk a little bit about high impact news for the time being. Just from looking at the economic calendar, it looks like we are going to have a pretty decent week starting from Tuesday. We've got CPI for the euro, crude oil inventories, and FOMC meeting minutes for the dollar. Thursday, we've got composite, manufacturing, and services PMI for the pound and the dollar as well. Okay. Lastly, we've got initial jobless claims for the dollar. So Thursday is looking like a pretty juicy day. Friday, we've got Fed Chair Powell speaking for the dollar. Okay, new home sales, Governor Bailey speaking for the pound later that night. Okay, all right, let's talk about some pairs. Okay, let's talk about Euro USD and exactly what we've seen happen on Euro USD. So, EU has, effectively had a little bit of a pullback and just continued to the upside. Okay, I know, shock, surprise. What an analysis there, JD. But essentially that is exactly what it's done, right? Now, if we turn our attention over to the weekly perspective, okay, we are heading towards the week starting 25th of December 2023. Okay, that weekly candles high is going to be very interesting. Okay, couple that with the weekly imbalance, which we have tapped into ever so slightly. Okay, I kind of want to see this work higher realistically, just work deeper into said area and see if we can get some potential moves. Now, just to kind of start things off, guys, I would not be surprised if we get, a slight pullback, test back into this little mini range here before we actually take out that daily high. I would not be surprised if we get a little bit of fight back. So, starting from Monday, I'm going to watch EU inside of this 1 hour imbalance area here. And I'm going to see if we can get some moves to test the area before we take out that daily high above. Okay, that's something I'll be looking out for. All right, next up should be, if I'm not mistaken, should be gold. All right, so gold is officially at all-time highs once again. Okay, completely wiped out the highs, still pushing strong. Okay, we had some targets on the lower time frame, on the weekly time frame, the daily time frame that we were kind of looking for price to test before it broke all-time highs. For those that are not inside of my Telegram channel, there were questions about if gold was probably gonna, touch all-time highs, and I said, yeah, gold is definitely gonna touch all-time highs, and that's the play that we've seen happen so far this week. Okay, now has it happened slightly different to what I envisioned would happen? Yes, but that's okay. Right, for the time being, we were on the live stream. If you guys are not in the Telegram, by the way, link to the Telegram's in the description box down below. All right, we were looking for this play here into this 5 minute balance, looking for a push to the upside. However, we can see that the market just didn't give us that pull back down low enough. We had a slight test and we had a push. Okay, so late PM session, we can see here that we had one last sharp decline before we kind of trickled all the way to break all-time highs before market close. So I wonder if we're going to open up with a little bit of a gap. Okay, I think we're going to open up with a little bit of a gap on gold, but we'll have to wait and see. Next up is the S&P 500. Okay, we are looking for pullbacks on the S&P. It didn't come down as low as what we were kind of looking for last week. However, we can see that it has pushed up and made a high on the 1 hour ever so slightly. We are still intact in terms of the liquidity resting above those daily highs, so that is going to be a key target. As you can see, there's a lot of liquidity resting above the highs of most of the majors and some of the indices as well. Okay, it'll be interesting to see how the week progresses. And guys, other than that, that's all for me. Actually, let's talk about euro, the dollar yen for a second. Okay, so as you can see that we've had a pretty nice test of this weekly candle area here, and we are turning around. Okay, we do have this imbalance here. Okay, with this weekly engulfing candle as well for um your USD JPY to work in. So it's about kind of understanding on the lower time frame. I want to see us just rally up a little bit more. Okay, we do have this daily imbalance which is sitting right inside the weekly area as well. Now, due to the fact that we have pulled down quite, significantly, we've broken all these lows to the left here, right? The weekly structure is bearish. However, since we've tapped into this weekly lit block here, we should, ideally start to see this continue. Maybe for the next 2 weeks, we see some bullish weekly candles for the for UJ. Okay. Okay, now that's all for me today, guys. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this type of content, you want more trade ideas, more trade analysis, it's all provided inside of my Telegram on a daily basis. Link to the Telegrams in the description box down below. And as always, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification to get notified whenever I post a video. And always remember the theory behind the practice. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.